Right, this is a Mk3 Capri. It's got a sunroof in it. The car's in for a respray. We're going to try and get the sunroof out. Never done it before. We've got some basic instructions. Let's have a go. Right, we're going to try and take this sunroof out of this Capri now. As I say, we've got some basic instructions. There isn't a video on YouTube, so I thought we'd do this one and show you what you could come up against. So, as it's having a respray, we're going to, as you can see, the sunroof actually works all right. So, I'm under the impression that what we've got to do first of all is to take out these silver runners here. So that requires a Phillips screwdriver, so we're going to do that first. Right, that's the side runner out, and that plate obviously there's no adjustment on these screws at all, so these literally can just pull forward, and that sort of slides under that bracket there. I don't know if you can see that, so we've just got to take them out like that. So that's the first part of the operation done. Right, now these little brackets here are a bit greasy at the moment, so we're just going to give them a wipe off because we're going to mark some pencil marks on them. We don't know if you need to do this, but we're just going to do this as a matter of precaution because they've got slots in them as opposed to holes, so they could actually slide. So all we're going to do is just mark the bracket there, as you can see, where it finishes, and that just gives us some indication of where the bracket sits anyway. So we'll do the same with the front of it as well, and the front part of the rod, and then we're just going to take these screws out. Just lifts off, and that reveals that runner there, as you can see. So I'm going to do the same this side. Right, so basically what we're going to do now, we're going to wind it to close the roof, but one thing you want to mind is that when it comes, keep going for winding it, Jimmy, keep going. And you see I'm lifting the roof up here, but what you really want to do, we're going to take it forward. Now don't forget, we're repainting our roof, but if you're not repainting your roof, you'd obviously have a bit more padding in this, but I'm just putting this in to show you, just so that you don't mark your roof. Just keep that underneath there. So the roof's right forward now. So as you can see, we're just pulling down now at the front, and that basically releases our internal lining, which we just pulled out from inside. Right, and that should reveal the brackets. And as you see, what Jimmy's doing now, he's just marking around the brackets with a pen, because these brackets, as I say, really want to go back into the same place. So he's just doing this as a matter of precaution. There may be some trimming up needed, obviously, when you come to do this yourself, but he's going to undo them 6 brackets, 3 on either side. There's 3 over this side, and there's 3 over my side. Is that the third one? Right, now, not sure or not whether that will lift straight up now, so let's just have a look. And there you go, how about that, straight off? So as you can probably see there, the runners are left intact, and don't forget that there's 3 washers also sitting on top of the bracket as well, so you want to be picking them up as well, and they will have to go back in. So there you go, that's how you take the outer panel off of the roof for a Ford Capri. So one of the reasons to obviously take this panel off is obviously that you may want to change this weather strip, because these tend to get green and mouldy, and this is obviously like the way to do that. So Jimmy's just going to be replacing these nuts and washers now. As I say, you've got 2 lots of washers on here, one underneath the bracket and one on top of the bracket, so that's just something to be aware of. And we haven't actually touched any of these things here, these mechanisms here. That's obviously some sort of form of adjustment, so we're going to leave that as such. And as I say, this weather strip is going to come off anyway, but the owner's probably going to be beneficial for him to change that as well, because with a new paint job, that's going to look horrible. So that's just one of the other reasons for changing it. So what I would say is make sure first of all that you've put enough protection on there so that when you bring the roof forward, it doesn't dig into your paintwork. And obviously make a note of the positions of the runners, the things that slide. For example, you've got that little bracket at the back, which is this one here, which is a slidable bracket. As you can see, it's got slots in it, and also the holes that hold the actual thing to the car itself. So just something to be aware of. And you may have a leaky sunroof and you might want to change the seal. That's how you get the outer cover off. Anyway, hope that was of some use to you. And if you like our videos, don't forget to rate, comment and also subscribe. And we'll see you again in the next video. And until then, bye for now.